Hey Canyon owners, Reggie and Lucas back here, and we've got our Canyon back at the shop, and today we are going to show you our air horn installation. So we are going to take you from this sound of that to our air horn. Installation's pretty simple, and we've designed a new brackets and a custom harness. It's going to be pretty easy to install with just this panel and the seat removal. Okay, so first things first, what you're going to get in your package is you're going to get a custom harness, you're going to get the horn, and here's the breakdown. So it will come, and so this bolt right here, and it's going to be attached on this end harness, and this is going to be your ground. So, and I will show you where this is attached onto the frame. You've got your relay, and all the wires will already be connected to it. So you've got your fuse, and the terminal here that's attached to your fuse will be connected to the positive on the battery. So again, this will be attached to a ground on the frame. So this is your negative, this is your positive, which is connected to the fuse. These two right here will be attached to the existing horn wires that is coming off of your existing horn now. It doesn't matter which wire is which. On the actual horn itself, these two wires, one is red, which is one for the positive, so the red terminal for the positive. The blue one is for your ground. So you've got the horn, you've got the bolt on the back. The H is going to be attached to the actual horn, so you will unscrew the bolt that's going to be attached to the horn. You're going to put the nut on the back side, and it's going to mount just like that. So this piece where the air horn is going to be facing out of the bike, and this will be mounted onto the bike, so it's going to face downwards, so no water, if the water was to rain or whatnot, it's not going to sit inside the horn. It's going to just be able to come right out. So it's going to sit just like this. When we do the install, you will actually see this. So this actually has enough room to be able to clear everything that's going on the back side. So so that's pretty much the new bracket and the new horn. So let's go ahead now, and first thing that we're going to do, make sure your bike is always on level ground. And first things first, we will turn the key, and we will remove the driver's seat, and we will remove only this particular panel so that we can get to our horn, which is located right underneath this panel. We'll remove the bottom screw here first so we can remove this panel. Next, we will remove these two screws along with this top one. Now we'll be removing these two push pins. Now with the panels removed, here's where your factory horn is located. So you'll see the bracket, and this is the screw that holds the bracket right here. So using a 10mm, you'll want to unscrew the horn here, and you'll be able to pull this out, and you'll see the 2 wires that's attached to this, and you'll want to remove that. Okay, so now that we have our horn mounted to the bracket, so again, our bracket with the H is where our horn is mounted. So now we will take our ground wire, and we've got our bolt. We're gonna mount that from the back, and we're gonna put our ground wire, and we're gonna put the bolt in from the back. And now we're going to mount that on the bike from the back. Now we're going to put the star washer, and the star washer will ensure that we get a good bite on this metal right here so that we get a good ground. And now we're going to put our lock nut on there. So using a 13mm, we're going to use an open wrench, and we're going to put the open wrench from the back and use a 13mm socket from the front. And we're going to go ahead and tighten that down snug. Now that we've got that snugged up, the wire here from your relay, this is the 2 signal wire from the relay, and we've got the 2 factory wires from the original horn. We're just going to go ahead and make that connection. So it doesn't matter which wire goes where, you'll just make that connection there. And we're going to go ahead and get that tucked in through the back of the horn. And now we've got our ground, and the last is the positive on the horn. Okay, so now we've got all the wires tucked in. I've gone ahead and I've run that back here. I don't know if you can see our relay here, but there's a hole here in the bracket, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run this relay up here, and I'm gonna zip tie that right to this bracket right up here. There's plenty of room back here actually, and I'm gonna get my zip tie and zip tie that little hole there to that bracket, and then we'll continue our 1 wire to the back right along the framing here, and we're gonna grab our positive terminal to the battery. So we've got our wiring, we're just gonna run it right down through the frame. We're gonna catch it from here out to here, and we're gonna remove this cover a little bit here. Run our battery terminal, and we're just gonna put the battery terminal here. All right guys, so we've got our relay, and I've zip tied that there. I've zip tied my wires here. You want to make sure you zip tie this up so you're away from this parking brake. I zip tied it up there. I routed my wire behind this, and I brought it behind this panel. Behind this panel here. And you could see it came back here. And I've kind of looped it around right here. It's your fuse. And I put it right here, right next to the battery tender. And that is pretty much your install. You just one on the positive side. And that is pretty much it, guys. And let's go ahead and test it. All these panels back, and our installation is complete.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so we can continue to bring you new content and innovative products.